we go into game 2. We have a Tsukiyomi. Look at that bad boy. We've got a Xbalanque, we've got a Mulan, we've got a Ganesh, and we've got, oh my lord, Persephone. Now, Persephone has had a little bit of controversy in the Smite community due to her rework. Do you think this is a good or a bad thing on the Siege map?
If Persephone exists, it's a bad thing. I hate that character so much. I don't know. The rest of it's inconsequential. Persephone should be yeeted into the abyss. I can't stand that character.
Well, she might eat you. I mean, here's the thing. Persephone Ultimate, there's lots of very tight corners in this map. That could be devastating for Mismos. And also, we do have Mulan. We have a Mulan mirror match? Are you kidding me? With Ao Kuang, Jormungandr, Naja, and Heimdall. Honest to God, right now, team comps, I don't know which one I would pick. I think I'm leaning Boomers only because of the Persephone.
I'm leaning not Boomers because I refuse to root for Persephone. So I think that their team comp is better, but I cannot, in good conscience, support any Persephone gameplay at all. So
that's unfortunate.
We'll go ahead and vote against them, just on principle alone.
Okay.
But I do think that their team comp is better for sure. I think the biggest difference in team comp personally that I see is Ganesha versus Jormungandr. I think that's going to be huge. I think that's going to be really big. And then obviously, like, again, not that I want to root for Persephone, but Persephone is going to be able to poke so much more than Ao Kuang. Ao Kuang's going to be there, like, assuming he gets a good build and is able to go either Bruiser or Burst, he'll be there for executes. And that's pretty much all that you're working with, really.
That's true. I mean, and you can make the executes work for it. I mean, I've seen people go full damage Ao Kuang. I've seen people go full defense Ao Kuang. It's about patience. It's about waiting for the right moment, getting in there, blinking in, and getting that execute off. Because honest to God, that's all that matters. It doesn't even matter if you can re-engage into the fight. Pick them off one at a time. That's going to be huge in this.
Yeah, and I think Ao Kuang, one of the most unique things about his kit is, like, a lot of assassins, they have to build blink because they don't have any other means of escaping after they engage. Ao Kuang, because of the way his execute works, he executes, he flies up into the sky, turns into a dragon, and then can select somewhere to pretty much teleport to.
He just gets out. He gets out for free.
Exactly. He gets out for free. It's the perfect get out of jail free card. So that's going to be really important on the Siege map. They can feel kind of claustrophobic sometimes, especially when you consider you're going to have a 5th man running around instead of just the 4v4.
Exactly. I mean, people complain that Loki is like a get out for free. He goes in, he assassinates, and he stealths. Are you kidding me? Ao Kuang assassinates, and then he just yeets himself across the map and says, bye, I'm gone, and flies away.
Yeah. I think it's going to be very interesting.
However,
the biggest issue with that is they can't build beads.
I just realized something, though. I just realized something. Ao Kuang is the mage. I always forget that Ao Kuang's a mage. I always think that Ao Kuang is an assassin because that's what he's played like. So now we have to look at Mismos with, like, depending on what this Ao Kuang build is going to be, and even if, no matter what the build is, even if they do build and burst mage, they don't have long range magical damage right now. That could really hurt them. That could really hurt them.
The most long range damage they have is Jormungandr. So
yeah. Which,
unless we're seeing a support Naja here, that's going to be a tough one.
It's definitely going to be interesting, but it looks like we are. Oh gosh, that Naja has 2 stars. They know what they're doing. The Ganesh has 3 though. So with that, let's go ahead and start to get into it, ladies, gentlemen, boys and girls. Let's get into this Siege world. We are seeing nothing yet because everyone is still loading in, but that's okay. We're just doing our thing.
So yeah, we're big children, just kind of in the waiting room essentially as all the guys are loading in. I gotta say, like, again, I think a lot of this is going to come down to how big of a force the Ganesha is in a lot of these team fights, because Jormungandr has the knock-up, yes, he's got the ultimate for a lot of mobility, he can be a good bruiser, but Ganesha's lockdown and Ganesha's zoning with his ultimate, the silence coming out, like, they're going to be able to stop so much of what Mismos wants to do. Interrupt Heimdall's horn. Mulan can't engage the way that she wants to. He can just silence her so she can't use her spear or her sword or her grapple. Ao Kuang dashes in and then does what? Gets silenced. Naja, like, tries to sash somebody, can't cast the ultimate because silenced. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm looking at here, is how well this Ganesha gets played. And as long as somewhere in the team comp they have damage on a character, I think Ganesha can take him through if he plays well.
I like it. Now, look at what we have coming through with Boomers. It looks like they are going to be going for the invade here, potentially. They tried it last time.
The first time, right?
They did it. They did it the first time. I'm assuming they also did it the second time. Are they going to hard commit to this one though? And will they find a pickoff? Because last time they were unable to get a kill and they were unable to get the buff. So now it really comes down to it. There is a blink on Ganesh, which he does blink in, gets the charge on. Heimdall is being picked off. He's got nowhere to go. And he is going to be dropping here for first blood. Everyone has dropped the buffs. They are now coming into the fight. This is absolute craziness on what is happening right now. The silence is coming out. Nothing can happen. Yorm is in the middle of it. The heals are pulling through. Frost is able to get a double. However, we do have a return kill over there. Frost is able to get a triple. Never mind, that one return is not enough. Oswald will gladly die for your sins. Frost gets a quadra. Are we gonna see Pet Dwarst? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh my gosh. Like, what can be said? You know, what can be said? I'm just saying, like, realistically, if anybody's going to be the one to come out and steal a pentakill, it's Mulan Andy, okay? In every scenario. Mulan Andy's running around, stealing pentakills, playing Mulan in casual matches or competitive matches, as the case may be. I mean, there's disappointment overwhelming, frankly.
We just got a pentakill. Or not a we almost got a pentakill before 1 minute on the clock.
Absolutely
insane. 1 minute on the clock.
Yeah. I think that's the strength of the Invade, is the way that most people play Siege, honestly.
That was nuts.
Like, the way most people play Siege is they split up everybody on each of the camps. They go 2 and 2 on speed and red buff and then split apart. So that means that you're going to have to wait for somebody to rotate all the way around that bottom side of the jungle or invest a leap that they're probably going to want to use in the combat. Oh man, and even more damage coming out. Ao Kuang gets the execute.
That's 2 kills for Ao Kuang. I mean, if you're going to feed someone, feed him. Why not?
Yeah.
How do we put Dwarst in a timeout back in base for his actions there?
That's what I want to know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I say the Tsukiyomi build looking really good though. Crusher first item is very fortunate for the Tsukiyomi. That's gonna be really
Mulan's coming through into the jungle. Najat tried to be sneaky. The ult is going to be coming off. However, when they drop down, it's going to be a little bit low. Mulan is not going to drop so quickly and is really going to chase this down. Dwarst is going to be making it happen. And it looks like Najat is going to be falling. No, is going to be able to make it out. Frost is able to get the kill. Never mind. Dwarst, however, is going to die once again. Leaf is going to be able to get the kill onto Yorm. Can you guys fight out of the jungle, please? I don't like these trees.
I think the only thing that you could do realistically is turn it off of assisted cam when they're in the jungle, so you just have to maneuver like manually around.
I might have to. We'll just have to like do this. I don't know. But my gosh, that was absolutely nutty. Look at that. We've got a siege minion on the left lane and it's 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in.
And something a lot of people sleep on in Siege is jungle camps are not the only way to get it. I believe you also get kill credit.
I'm going free
that applies to your Siege being summoned. But I could be wrong on that.
Look at that, Rose is coming in from behind, being cheeky. The ring bounce is not good. The sash is going to be good, but away they are going to go. Looks like all the damage is coming down onto Dwarst, but Dwarst does not care. Dwarst is going to be able to put down that Ao Kuang. Now coming in is another Mulan. Is it going to be enough? No, the ultimate is going to come out and be used, but is going to be going back. The ring bounce does connect this time. Not enough damage is happening. The Siege Juggernaut has dropped. The silence is coming out from Ganesh, stopping the Heimdall. The yeet is good, but the delete is even better as Oswald dropped him down. However, still getting that kill onto Nightlock on the Ganesh.
Man, Persephone ultimate on the mark there as well to zone just a little bit more, keep anybody from being able to help out in that engagement. And Heimdall is just caught out on an island completely alone. And I gotta say, trading Heimdall for Ganesha in that case sounds good to me.
Beautiful.
Nice little sash from Najat into the ultimate though, takes one up. Fight continues.
Is he gonna live? He lives! There is no way! There is no way he lived through that. Frost is going to be going down. Oswald did not die through that engagement. However, Yorm is going to be looking for it here, trying to get back and see what can be done. Now, Oswald finally drops that Persephone. They are trapped between 2 towers. Leaf is going to be trying to do what he can. The Ganesh ult does come through. The root is even better. Leaf has a double. What are we going to be doing now? They are just going to be chasing them down or no, disengaging. They are low on both mana and health, so why not just leave it as that? We are 4 minutes in, 30 seconds. The score is 12-6.
And I mean, this is what I was talking about with that Ganesha right there. As soon as the Ganesha ultimate comes down, if anybody is in a remotely bad position, Ganesha forced to dash away there. If anybody is in a remotely bad position under a tower, in the jungle, you know, pretty much anywhere except for the lane that's wide open, they're gonna get caught out, and they're gonna pay for it hard. Especially because looking at his build, he's got Spear the Magus online now. Anybody who walks through his ultimate, I mean, they're gonna get that Spear the Magus passive on them and take 7.5% increased damage from all sources, and that's gonna be insane.
That was one of the most beautiful Ganesh ults I think I've ever seen. That saved the tower, and it saved the life of his ADC. That was perfect.
And set him up for a kill.
Yeah.
One of which may have been bestowed. Not bad. he picked up a double there. That's clean.
It was absolutely beautiful. Looks like we might see some action in the mid lane here. See what's going on. Nope, never mind. They just placed a ward down, and the Juggernaut is just going to be chilling. It looks like no one is going to be engaging on it right now. However, over in right lane, we are going to see a little bit of poke damage come out. I do love that about Tsukiyomi. The fact that he can actually long range poke you as an assassin. It is kind of nice.
I mean, have you tried Tsukiyomi carry before? I don't know how much Conquest you play, but
oh no, Nightlock is going down. We'll have to come back to that later. This is now a 5v4 engagement. This is rough. The ultimate is going to come through on Frost. He is not going to be able to pick anyone up off of that one though, and Mismos has forced Boomers out of the fight. I think they're not done with it. Frost is going to be chased down. He is yeeted and deleted by Jinpop. Wait, how did Mulan get the kill if the execute went off?
When they're in execute animation, if you deal damage enough to secure the kill before the execute actually goes off while they're locked into it, then you get credit for the kill, but Aokwang still has the entire ultimate like go off, so he can still teleport away because technically he landed the ability and it wasn't crowd controlled away from him.
Fair enough. Oh no, Dwarse is going in. Dwarse is not gonna be able to pick this up. That's a little bit. Oh, the Ganesh has a kill. Let's go. Nightlock is coming in to get the job done, but is gonna be able to drop. That was a little bit of a lemming effect right there. I don't know how I feel about those calls from Boomers. That is gonna open up the Juggernaut being done by Mismos. They're gonna easily be able to get this without any way of contesting.
So I just want to say Dwarse basically got a pentakill earlier, okay? Or sorry, no, not Dwarse. Frost basically got a pentakill earlier, but Ganesha got a solo kill. So who's the real hero? You know?
I don't know, but I mean, can we also talk about the team wipe? Previous 1 minute. Look at Mismos. They are only a couple hundred gold down. They are 2 kills down. Like, honest to God, they are playing this like they never fell behind at all.
Yeah, and I gotta say, like, this is why, in my opinion, Invade Meta felt so cringe to me. It seemed like it was kind of like I hated it personally because it seemed like a cringy thing to do to try to catch people off guard and tilt them. But usually, decent players could play around it, and that's kind of what's happening here. You know, they went for something cringy, got a really big play off of it, but just some good, disciplined gameplay coming out from Mismos is rewarding them heavily, honestly.
Yep.
And their team's looking really strong at the moment. I gotta say, Aokwang with the Bruiser build, I like it. Bancroft's early on him is very powerful, and a Pridwin right after. CDR is always good. He's sitting at 30% CDR. That's gonna be an execute pretty much every team fight. So
it's absolutely beautiful. We do have an ultimate coming out here. Oswald's able to pick one up. Frost is gonna be able to pick up the next one. They are not done yet. They are chasing them down. Yorm is in the ultimate. There is a yeet on the field. We'll see what happens when he drops back down. I don't know if it's going to be enough damage. Oswald will fall finally. Yorm is doing what he can. An amazing stun and knockup coming through. The breath. Dwarse. It's not going to be enough, but is he finally going to fall? Leaf in the back, however, picking up that kill. It is now just Yorm trying to get Dwarse. He's at 1 HP. Is he going to be able to get out of there? Yes. I don't think there's a way Yorm can pick up. Also, we are now...
Lagging.
It's okay.
Oh,
it's okay. Yep, he's out.
Back.
He's out.
And we're back.
We're back. The enemy siege Juggernaut. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, look at this. Look at this thing. They have a Juggernaut coming down the left. I mean, amazing team fight from Boomers, but unfortunately, there's nothing on the map for them to get. There's no buffs. There's no siege Juggernaut. They were able to take a team fight, but it was just in defense essentially.
Yep.
However, Dwarf's coming in from behind.
Have the ultimate for a few more seconds either.
Flank is coming through. They've got to get rid of the siege Juggernaut. It's going to do a nice bit of damage to this tower. Everyone is now spawned over from Mismos, so they're going to be teleporting on through to get to this fight. Never mind. It is just a 4v5 right now at the jungle. It is perfectly okay, though. I don't know if they're going to run this down. It looks like... Is he going to be dropping their buffs? He is. He's going to be stealing the buffs out of the jungle. Is it going to be enough for him? No! The silence is going to come through, and he's going to pay for that with his life. Was it worth it, my friend? You'll have to tell me.
I mean, beautiful read there from Boomers. I mean, they saw the buff timer was coming up. They were like, we have to be there, and they were there. Beautiful pluck from Mulan. Mulan forced to expend the ultimate on the enemy team there. The Mulan matchup is very fun to cast. Thanks for doing that. Good that they were able to secure that ultimate there pretty much for free. I mean, they got it for Mulan grapple. That's ultimate value right there. So they're probably going to be looking to take the next fight that comes up because they know that Mulan's not going to have that for a while. Especially if they're looking at the builds and see that Mulan has no cooldown. That's at least a minute without that ability.
That is going to be so good. The ultimate for Leaf on the Xbalanque is already halfway there, almost getting to it. So they should have that back up for the next team fight. Mulan, it looks like, over for Mismos is going to be the only one that's going to have to go without if the team fight engagement happens before. So we'll see what happens with it. The mid siege juggernaut is not quite ready to spawn yet. So the question is, what are they really going to push? And that's the thing I was talking about before. There's no real objectives to get. Right now, Boomers have to defend their T1 tower on the right-hand side. It's the closest one to be able to go. It's only Ganesh that's here right now. And they're just slowly picking away at that Mismos as it comes through, trying to push up as that middle siege is almost ready. And it looks like the call's being made. I see pings coming out on the map. It is ready to go.
Oh, man. I'm ready for this fight. I think realistically, whichever way this fight goes is probably going to swing the rest of the game at this point. I think this is probably going to be a very significant turning point. We've got a whole bunch of members rotating right as they've seen. It looks like Mulan over there in right lane all alone. They're looking for it. Oh, sure enough, caught out in the jungle indeed. Forced to burn the ultimate to escape. Still 2 members diving, but a little bit of damage answers back onto the other Mulan. The other Mulan ends up using the ultimate as well. Ganesha with some beautiful Dharmic pillars to zone, and Boomers is able to pick up a kill behind, and another member looks like they're about to fall on the side of Mismos, and they do. That's a double kill for the Persephone. Well done. I hate that character. Jormungandr pops up into the ultimate, and we see a little bit of damage coming out of the Tsukiyomi, but I think he just wants to get out and group up with the rest of his, he wants to get all the way over there onto the siege juggernaut at that point.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how I feel about tank tops getting out of that fight. As soon as the Heimdall's gone, like, you're a big part of the damage on your team.
Yeah.
You're a big part of the damage, and he just decided to go over to the left lane to push that up. I'm not sure how I feel about that. That fight, I'm sure, would have been quite different. But the mid is now up. This is not being contested at all right now. It should easily drop.
Yeah,
easily drop.
On the one hand, I want to understand it because Heimdall is obviously trying to get more of that crit online. He's got Rage built. It looks like he's going into another one of the shurikens.
Oh, look at that. There's 2 sieges pushing up, 1 on each side now.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, they're gonna have their work cut out for them. This is the power swing moment that I was talking about, because either team, if that had gone their way, look at how close both of them were to having a Juggernaut. Whoever wins that fight and gets the mid Juggernaut gets 2 Juggernauts, no matter which way that goes there, pretty much. Almost guaranteed. So they're going to have pressure coming down both sides. It's going to be up to Boomers to decide if they want to take one of these engagements or push with one of these, because right now they're just kind of staring.
I feel you engage on right. I mean, they're up. They've got a bit of gold now. It's a 4K gold lead. They are ahead there. They've got their levels ahead. Now it really is just going to come down to, you know, what are they going to do with it? How are they going to be able to make this play happen? I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be seeing here, but either way, it looks like we are finally going to be getting into a Phoenix push at 13 minutes into the game. Leaf uses the ultimate to blind them a little bit. Beautiful ult from Ganesh, doing a little bit of a zone out. However, Naja's saying, I'm going to take you out of this fight, buddy. Not just from the fight, but with your life. But no, Leaf is able to get out, and Frost going in is able to find that kill. Yorm, however, is looking for it over in the back. What is going on back here? Is not able to find it. Another yeet coming through. Not enough. Frost is going up with the double kill. They're tearing them apart. The Phoenix is down. They're going to be pouring into the base. It is 4v3. Frost finally drops, but the damage is done. I don't know if they can end here, but what a siege. Also, there is a siege minion on the left that they are going to have to defend against.
I mean, realistically, at this point, down 2-0, or sorry, down 1-0 in a best-of-3 set, you play safe. You go back to base. You know, you cut your losses, except that you got the Phoenix. That was a really good push. You're able to defend without losing your tier 2 tower. Swing left, back that up, wait for your teammates to come back. You got this in the bag. Play safe, play smart, do the right thing. You got this. You know, that's my only thought process. Play as safe as you can. Make sure that there's no chance that you throw away a fight that's bad under the Titan this late in the game.
You don't risk that. And also, back off. Look at what they have. They have their buffs that are up. That is going to be huge. Look at the counts. Look at the counts that are right now. It is 41-23. They already, Boomers had 2 siege juggernauts pushing up 1 on each lane. and now they are already that much, like, they're gonna have one before Mismos get another again. That's big.
Yeah,
that's big.
I mean, I gotta say, we talked about it a little bit early game, but the Ganesha presence has been felt. And
it's been amazing. It's been amazing.
Jormungandr might be top of the player damage charts, but I think that that's mostly inconsequential tick damage as a result of Mystical Mail, honestly. I would love if we could break that down and see a percentage of just how much of that is Mystical Mail damage, but Jorma's been everywhere in this fight. So he's basically getting the AoE knockup, getting the AoE shout, tickling people for their health, and then Mystical Mail is ticking. And that's kind of what we're working with here. And he's playing Jormungandr as well as he can, but there's a reason we don't see him in the meta right now, and it's just because he's not that good, especially not compared to all the presence that a Ganesha has in these team fights. So we got 5 members sieging down the tier 2 on left. Let's see how it shakes out.
They can't defend this. They really can't. I don't even know if they can defend Phoenix right now. It is rough. I mean, even the level discrepancy right now. The Kwong has fell off. He's at level 14. He's got to be feeling that pain right now. He was doing so well in the beginning, but they were able to just lock him down now. Eight deaths now onto him. And but here we go. Like they are going to engage. They don't want to fight under Phoenix. They want to fight you in the lane. Yorm comes out with the ult. Frost is using his. He's going to be dashing through the stars, and Oswald is going to be able to get kill on that Persephone right now. However, going low, Maddens is able to pick up the execute. Frost is able to find one in the back. Kwong is going to be dishing down. The knockup is good from Yorm, stopping Dwurst from making anything else happen. But I think that's going to be all she wrote. Now we have Siege coming up on the left lane. Frost did back, but look at what's available in the mid. And can they really contest it if Boomers were to go to it? Or are they just going to keep them here? Frost is already back. This is an interesting play here. I don't know. It is for... oh, the ult coming through. Both of them are coming through. It is enough. They are not done. They want this to happen. The minions were on the Titan, and they knew that they had to get back. Frost is able to live. They're trying to lock down the Yorm, which is a very, very hard thing to do. I don't think they can do it. However, a blink in is coming through from Kwong, but it's not going to be enough. However, Nightlock is able to dash away, and there goes the disengage. The Siege is now up. They're going to be able to back, heal up, and I don't know if you teleport back into that. The answer is yes! Persephone coming through with a big ultimate from Oswald. Kwong is absolutely deleted, and now coming through is Mulan. Very enough damage on that one. Frost should be able to pick this one up, I think, after ultimating in and getting that. Yes, he does. The Siege Juggernaut takes down the Phoenix, and they are now storming into the base. Boomers do not want to go down without a fight. They say, we will not be too owed. You will see more from us. We're going to take this to a game 3, and Boomers do just that.
Man, I mean, Heimdall did everything that he could that game. He was looking for the crits. He didn't quite have the rage stacks online. Having to go with Shoguns in that 5th slot definitely limited his damage a little bit, even though it is an attack speed boost. I think at the end of the day, between Ganesha, Persephone crowd control, the Shibalanke ultimate to set up every single engagement, and they used that
good.
So
it was
well.
So good.
I think we saw 3 times that game. They went Shibalanke ultimate, Ganesha ultimate, and they pushed.
I don't think we saw a Ganesha ult that did not pin someone down. They were on point. Like, I mean, Ganesha even got a solo kill. Can we just... Like, number 1, shame on Dwurst for taking the penta. Okay?
Yeah,
number
that's
2,
the most important thing.
Number 2, Ganesh got a kill.
Yeah.
But, Frost MVP, honest to God, he went off. Frost went off in that game. And he got put ahead early. But honest to God, I think I give the MVP to Ganesh, just for the amount of control he brought to the fight. That was beautiful to see. Beautiful to see.
I think the best thing that Frost did, he unironically actually did a similar thing to what he did on the Rama game. Except for this time he got to build 1 damage item, which is amazing. He got a Crusher first. And the rest of his stuff was all defense. Obviously, Glad Shield's a bruiser item, but everything else is defense the whole way around. I mean, he got really tanky on a character that started out really squishy, and every single time he would ult in, they would invest so much into him, and he's got a Pridwin. Which means he's getting a shield at the end of it too, and his Pridwin is proccing the explosion, and all of that extra damage that he gets, and the amount of poke that Tsukiyomi can throw out, and just how much presence he had on the map. I mean, that was well played.
I mean, not to mention, I didn't bring this up in game, but I did notice it. Bloody just brought it up. Ganesh was able to get Spectral into a double crit Heim. That's lucky. That's lucky.
Let alone on your tank. You're lucky if you have one on any member of your team.
That was
honestly.
Good. All right.
On your front line, yeah.
Let's find out what we're doing for game 3. So, game 3. We're back to the Ducks, ladies and gentlemen. Fenrir is staring into the camera. Hi, Fen. All right, and here we go. Clash and Siege are now there. This is going to be it. This is the grand final match of the best of 3 that we are going to see. We have Clash and Siege. Which one is it going to be? I have no idea. 1 minute was on the clock. Now we are down to 46 seconds. Vince, what are you hoping for, buddy?
Well, I don't know. I'm a little bit distracted by the fact that that one duck looks kind of like a tablecloth. But, I mean, aside from that, I think realistically, I would love to see another Clash match. We've seen a lot of Siege today. I'd be really excited if Clash could rally here at the end, but I don't know how likely it is. Siege has a pretty strong lead at the moment, but, you know, it's impossible to count anybody out in these races. Last race, it looked like nobody was going to finish, and now Clash is starting to overtake Siege. Might be hitting that gas pedal just a little bit too early. I think Siege still has a lot left in the tank here. Going to need to slow it down. Let's see how it shakes out. We'll find out what
happens. I'm going to try a caster curse right now and say Siege definitively has this. You cannot defeat Siege. Nothing can bring Siege down. And right now, Siege in first place is showing that domination with 5 seconds left. But no, Clash out of nowhere. Clash out of nowhere is going to be able to take it. Caster curse confirmed.
Thank God. I'm glad you did it. I did.